And we are back, body like a back road. That's Sam Hunt. Thanks for joining us. I gotta sneak my country in. It's the only time I can get it in, anywhere, and people don't yell at me for it. I'm Wanda Miles. You're listening to The Life on 880 The Biz. We're talking motorcycles today. That's back road riding. Our guest is Alex Hernandez, and we'll call you an aficionado of biking.
I'll accept that.
Okay, we'll go with that? Sure, why not?
He's a hog rider.
He's a hog rider. That's
And a Honda.
fantastic. And a Honda rider.
That's okay, it's cool.
But you know,
Everyone makes fun of me on that.
I've only been on the back of a bike once, and then in the sidecar once. Can't decide which is better, but I do like it. It is freeing. But I did have my helmet on. I want to say that, and I don't care about my hair. I care about my safety.
Yeah, goggles
What is
on
it?
as well?
Dress for the ride, not the slide.
Correct.
All right, let's get back into some of that safety talk. And we were talking about drinking. How does that work out or not as
Well-
we head into the 4th of July holiday?
It obviously doesn't, but you have a lot of bikers out there who tell you they actually think they can ride better when they've been drinking.
Mhm.
That denies all logic, common sense, science. That's why we have DUIs. Have you seen anybody do a roadside test? That pretty much throws that theory out the door. What they don't understand is, what's the proper word I can use that I said off air? Testicular fortitude, is that all right?
That'll work.
Okay.
I can say that.
And so that's why they're riding like that. I put that challenge out there before, and I'll do it again live, whoever wants to do it. I say we go outside, we find a parking lot, we do the course training that I give, where you ride through the cones and all that, like the motorman practice all the time. And we'll start doing it with no beer. Then we'll start with 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers. We'll
Wow.
keep going until you can prove to me that you can ride a motorcycle while you've been drinking, which you cannot.
And guys, when you're making that course,
And
by the
gals.
way, and ladies and germs, when you're doing that course, by the way, putting your foot down to help you turn, that means you failed. Okay? Just giving you that little FYI. So if you think you're super cool when you're, riding along and you're gonna stop, but you gotta put your feet down to help you stop, you don't know what you're doing.
Well, I'll tell you this, here's a quick, easy way to look at people. Go anywhere where there's a lot of bikers, a bike night or anything, and talk to the person who says, I've been riding for 20 years. And
Yeah.
jump on their bike, see for how many feet they drag their feet along the parking lot. Because bottom line is, in the next few feet of your motorcycle moving, if your feet are not up, then you don't know how to ride.
No.
And we were talking about clothing. I wanted you
Wow.
to make a little statement on the attire that we were discussing.
Well, you started off to show this segment correctly. You dress for the ride, not for the slide. So if you want to look cool when you get to wherever it is you're going, take off all the gear. Nowadays they have thick motorcycle jackets that have like mesh, so
Yeah,
the
I've
air
seen
goes
those.
through, right? And then they have the pads on the elbows. They have them on your shoulders. So you could always dress like that. Don't wear sneakers. In Miami, a lot of people like to look cool wearing the sneakers. It's not cool. And it's a good way to destroy your ankle if anything happens. You have to put your foot down or anything else.
They also melt.
Yeah, no, yeah, this time, of course. So,
They melt on your feet?
They will melt. Yes, they do.
Wow.
yeah, that's why. And the reality is, motorcycle boots serve a purpose. Yeah, they might look
okay.
cool, but they have no skid underneath. So when you get to a traffic light and there's all that oil that's been accumulating for years on the road, you're not going to slide, and that's a good way to drop your bike on the middle of Burb Road.
Mm-hmm. Now, as an aficionado, you have a website. It's Macatty.com, MCATTY.com. You have all sorts of things here, writing, travel, events, and other stuff.
Other interesting stuff.
What else? Tell us about some of these. Any events coming up that we want to mention?
Locally here, no. Like I said, we're still pending.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always little events. Everybody
Do you-
likes to go to Cafe
Do you head
47.
across country and have big trips like that?
Not for this year. I did do that in 2015, if that was correct. It was the last time I rode all the way to Sturgis, South Dakota. And I did it in
Yay!
2011
I was
as
going to
well.
ask you that. Yay!
Yes, that was a fun ride.
And
That's beautiful.
It was, how many miles? 6,000,
was that just
7,000
you, or
miles?
was it like a
6,000.
bunch of
No, just. me and her.
7,000.
Just jumped on well, she was actually following me in the truck. It was our first experience camping. So we
Okay.
had all the camping gear with us, but I rode the motorcycle all the way through, and I did it.
We live in a tent for 25 days,
was
25
this?
days. We live in a tent for
You live in a
25
tent.
days.
Yeah, we lived in a tent for almost.
Oh,
Oh,
that
that
was
is so cool.
No TV, no radio, no nothing.
We become addicted to camping.
That's beautiful.
Man, I love the outdoors.
Hey, I'm right near Highlands National Park,
Mhm.
so if you guys are ever in there, I'll give you my address. You can
Thank you.
give me a buzz and see if I'm there. You can come check it out.
All right, we're there.
And we just had Ride Your Motorcycle to Work Day. I'm trying to think, what do I just miss? I missed that on June 19th. What's that all about?
That's to get the word out there on safety, trying to make people aware that the motorcycles are out there. I actually, if you're going off my blog, I kind of
Mhm.
criticized it a little bit for multiple reasons.
Okay.
Again, it goes back to, do you know how to ride a motorcycle? That's nice that people are aware. One day of the week doesn't, or out of the year, is really
Right.
not gonna make anybody more aware of anything. You have road rage going on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's that popular video now in Santa Clarita, California, where you show the one biker kicking the car. The car tried to hit him, lost control, bumped into a truck, flipped the truck over. So, just making them aware is one thing, but unless you start coming down hard on people with road rage and hitting bikers, maybe increase the penalties, just one day event saying be aware of us is really not gonna be more than enough to spread the word about the safety issues.
There should definitely be more road respect. First of all, amongst cars themselves, because I mean, honestly, every morning it's like a car wars
Yeah.
and like the cirque of the ridiculous. But when it comes to motorcycles, people underestimate or they don't respect a motorcycle, just like they don't respect a regular bicycle. By the way,
Yeah. No.
a motorcycle is like a small car. Give it the respect that it, and also drivers. Hello, don't get in between the cars because you want to get in
Motorcycles,
front. Yes, and
Yeah.
the little cycles, the little
Yeah,
cycle.
that kind of
It's
bothers me.
ridiculous. You're like a car.
It is illegal in Florida in most states. California did pass a law maybe a year ago allowing to go ahead to split lanes. So studies have proven it has reduced traffic accidents for motorcycle riders and has increased traffic flow. But within that, people get confused and they think they can split lanes at 50 miles an hour. In the
Mm-hmm.
first place, most people don't know how to ride well enough to do that. We're talking splitting lanes at 10, 15 miles.
Now, when you
an
say
hour.
splitting a lane, you mean driving
In
between
between
cars?
the two cars.
Right.
Yeah, because and you can just, do a Google search or whatever, how many bikers get hit from behind.
I can only imagine.
But then that's part of motorcycle riding and training. You don't get bumper or your front wheel next to in front of the car in front of you, get it 6 inches away. That's a good way to get sandwiched in. You have to pick a side of the lane, pick the right
Mhm.
or the left,
Mm-hmm.
keep it in gear, and make sure that guy's not coming down barreling on you. If he does, you have an out to get out of it.
Right.
But most people don't do that. They get right on top of the car in front of them, and then that's how they get injured or killed.
All right. We're going to take another break. I have a few more questions, and we are talking with Alex Hernandez. We're talking about biking this as we head into the 4th of July weekend. Hopefully, if you have any questions, you'll participate and give us a call or get online. Let's start with the phones. 305-541-2350. That's the local line. 844-727-9922. Or if you want to go online, we're on Facebook. You can drop us a question there. And our email accounts at Gmail, because everybody uses Gmail, not AOL anymore, Nora.
I know, but I still have one. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Gmail, we are at theliferadio@gmail.com. I'm Wanda Miles. This is The Life. Living it on 880 The Biz.